Ah, what a beautiful sunny day. Hello, everybody. I'm Eustace Farmer, and welcome to episode 2 of our Sandy Bay Let's Play. So the rain has finally stopped, and good morning, Felix. And a lot has changed around here since we last chatted. Well, one thing is, I still can't get Felix into the house. He's a confirmed outdoorsman / bachelor. So we just leave him a little bit of food out here, so he's not on a pure 100% mouse diet. And let me just hop the fence here. I think the rain has swollen the wood on the gate, so it won't open. During the course of the night, a couple nights ago, I heard some banging around out in the yard. Now, just to give you an idea, let me go ahead and open the gate. We don't want to be hopping any more fences like savages. But you know how wild and crazy Eustace is, right? So there was a big old yellow truck parked over here. And I decided, I was concerned that Pierce and some of his, we'll call them farm hands, but they're, you know, dedicated thugs. And I put it back here to get it up off of the street, thinking that it would stop anybody from messing around with it just in case. And lo and behold, as I said, I heard some banging around out in the yard that woke me up in the middle of the night. And I saw a couple of shadows out here, and they were with a flashlight trying to get the tires off of the truck. So when I flipped on the floodlights, grabbed the old shotgun, old Bessie, and came running out here. And no worries, the shotgun has salt pellets in it, not buckshot. So, but a good rump full of salt, that'll wake you up for the day. But anyway, they took off and left the axle of the truck on the ground. So they broke a couple of the lug posts off, so I can't get the tire back on. And then it kind of bent the axle when it hit the ground. So I just jacked it up and shoved the tire under there for now. But we have the repair shop. They're going to come up, and they're going to take this down there, and they're going to fix it for us. And also, talking to Sir Thomas about this and a couple other things in the farm, we decided that we'll go ahead and repair some of the rotten wood on the bed and give this a fresh coat of paint and see if we can't put an ad online for the local newspaper and see if we can't sell it. So, because we could use the few extra dollars on the farm, you know. I should suspect you can get, maybe about 5,000 pounds for that vehicle. It, like I said, it does run. It did for 5 minutes. But we'll get it good and running. We don't want to sell anybody, a Hulk. Okay, so graduating to over here. So as we entered the farm in my first vlog video, we came across an old C360 Ursus tractor, sadly ditched over here in the weeds. It's something that Sir Thomas had worked on over the course of a couple of summers when he was here. And Pierce has just ditched it over here. So I asked him what he wanted to do with the old Ursus that Pierce threw out over here. And he said, "What old Ursus?" And I said, "The C360. I said, "The old red tractor." And he said, "Oh, that's an old Massey Deluxe." He said, "That's not an Ursus." So after doing a little bit of digging, I found out that Pierce came across a fella online that was looking for an old Ursus. So being that he didn't have one and he wanted to grab some money as quick as he could, he decided to kind of fake it and put the nameplates on there and see if he can't sell it underhandedly to the guy and then be long gone before he figured it out. I don't think that would have worked. If somebody's looking for an Ursus, then that means, they know what they're looking for. But, how much can you tell a drunk? But anyway, we're going to load this up on a trailer, and we're going to bring this down to the repair shop. And they're going to go ahead and get it started for us. Well, it runs, but it doesn't run very well right now. So we'll get them to tune that up for us, and we'll get the proper nameplates back on the tractor and put it back to use on the farm. So that's what we're going to be doing today, part 1. And then also, we're going to have to lease a tractor. I was talking to the dealership down there, and they do have a rental program. So we're going to have to rent a larger tractor today because these little ones here are not going to be able to do what we're going to be doing next. I met a fella while down at the coffee shop, And it turns out that he's kind of, he has a regular, job, but he owns a couple of farm fields, and he does that work on the side, and it's treated him very well over the many years. And he said one of his fields needs to be plowed in. And, he grows things like, sugar beets and sunflowers, little things like that. It's a small field. So he offered to help stimulate our budget a little bit, and he said, if you want to go ahead and plow it under for me, he said, I'll pay you, a nice little fee. But he said he has one catch. He has a couple of oxen. And I guess these oxen have been bred over the generations, from his great-great-grandfather on forward. And so he said he always uses the oxen to plow and cultivate his little field. He doesn't want the heavy equipment in there doing that because he likes to keep family tradition and use the oxen. So we're going to take an animal trailer and we're going to go down and pick up the oxen, and then we're going to go and we're going to plow the field under, and we're going to do it the good old-fashioned way with the oxen. So I hope you'll join me, and let's get to it right after this.
Silent scan.
All right, so I'll keep it on the outside for you so you can soak in the beautiful countryside. And we'll get down and pick up this animal trailer so we can get to work. This is really shaped up to be a fine day. And another reason why I held off on filming for a little while was we wanted the some of the soil to dry up before we started taking on any farming tasks. Alright, so we'll take a right here and then our first left. Oh, and I hear the train coming by. Taking some of our commuters into work, into London. It's a long train ride. Ooh, that left comes up fast. I notice when I step on the brakes, my front end pulls to the right a little bit. I'm going to have to get that looked into. Yes. All right. I hope no traffic coming the other way. These lanes are narrow. Isn't that a nice road up there? I better stop looking before I smash this up. Okay, let's see. Yep, there it is. Okay, folks, I'm just going to go ahead and hook this up and be right back with you. Alrighty, let's get on out of here. Hey, there's that little fella we saw in the first episode. Making his rounds this morning, I guess. I wish he would come home with us. Be nice to have an old pooch on the farm again. Alright. Oh, there's a boa. Look at that. I'm almost hesitant on getting out of the truck. Maybe we'll just wait for him to pass by. Okay, quick run. Open the gate. That's the last thing I need, is to be squeezed to death by a snake. All right. We'll just turn around in here. Get these old boys hooked up. Okay, be back with you in a minute. All right, so I got them all yoked up here. Yes, I know, I'm disturbing you in your morning routine. I know. A stranger's come and taking you out of your comfortable barn. Okay, Let me go ahead and get them loaded into the trailer, and I'll be right back. All right, so I think we got everybody happy and comfortable here. Go ahead and lift our trailer back up. Okay, time to get out of Dodge. We'll have to take it nice and slow. Get out of here before that old snake comes to get me. Okay, folks, so I'll meet up with you once I'm a little closer to that field that we have to work on. So see you in a bit. All right, so it turned out it was just up the road a piece. So here we are. Field number 38. And it looks like we're going to have to put our hazard flashers on here, because we're going to have to unload in the road. And then field 16 up the road on the right, I was given permission to park the trailer on the grass in there. So I'm going to go ahead and get the boys unloaded and get the plow hooked up to them, and I'll be right back with you. Right, so here we are. Got the boys all hooked up. Ooh, got some flies going on here. They're joined by a little sparrow or somebody here. Friendly little guy. All right, let's get to work. I know, old and crabby. You guys better behave. I know a good Jamaican friend of mine that makes a great oxtail soup. All right, we'll start out about back here. Need a little bit of a headland to turn around. There we go. Go ahead and pull the rope and lower her down. All right, let's go, boys. Let's get her done. Got to make a little money. Pappy needs a new pair of shoes. Okay. I got to say, it's kind of nice. All you hear is this bird singing and the sound of the breeze and some complaining from the oxen every now and then. But other than that, this brings you back to over 100 years ago, doesn't it, guys? And gals? Ugh. Got to pull this up Manuel style. Let's go, boys. Boy, this must have been hard working back in those days. Can you imagine being out here in the hot sun? Don't even have so much as a canopy over your head. Not like today when you got those beautiful air-conditioned tractors with the leather seats and the premium sound system. All you had back then was the sound of your oxen and a little bit of whistling you might do. Yeah, yeah. You don't need to say that to him. I just wanted to sound like a real cool cowboy. Give them a little tug on the reins, and they know the routine. All right, folks. So I guess I'll go ahead and make some headway on this. And it should be pretty quick work, but I'll check back with you once I'm on the last of the headlands. So see you in a bit. Here we go. Make sure we don't get too much of the grass. I had a little mishap. I'll show you where. I'm going to have to bring up a bag of seed at some point and fill that in for this gentleman. He probably won't care much, but, you know, it wasn't there before. I did it, so I think it's only fair that I fix it. But this has been a very nice, relaxing experience. And I got to say, this would be really awesome to do, say at sunrise or sunset up there at Sandy Bay Lighthouse area. You know, the field up there. That would be really nice to do. So we'll get those little patches. Before this, my little mishap there, I told him to go ahead forward, and I forgot to pick up the plow. Ouch, got to push that lever there forward. It's getting a little close to the oxtail there. And there we be. 'Tain't the most purty job, that's for sure. But we got it done. And it's going to go ahead and be planted over anyway. I mean, I can spend time faffing around with this and getting it to look all pretty and perfect, but I don't think you would really encounter that too much in real life. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get the cattle back in the trailer and return them to their rightful owner, and then I'll be with you for the last job of the day in just a little bit. But before we go ahead and do that, let me just go off story a little bit here, just to let you know. If anybody out there thinks this mod is really cool, well, they're absolutely right. It is really cool. Unfortunately, it does throw some errors. The mod in its original state, it actually comes with a very scantily clad young lady who's standing on this bar over here, and she's leaning her hands on the back of the oxen on the left here. And every time you turn a corner, I guess it's like your elbow bumps her, and she yells, "Don't touch me, don't touch me." And but I didn't think it was appropriate for my videos in this channel, so I did to bring it in the Giants editor and remove her, and I removed her sound file because the game does not support whatever sound file that they used. It's a 3D stereo, so that took down some of the errors, but overall there's still errors. There's a lot of old functions that were not converted. So this will not be available for download as far as me giving out a link. You won't find it in my mods list because I don't like to give stuff to people that have errors. So you will find it out there, but I don't recommend downloading it. It's a fun little mod. It was done very well. I'm sure it worked very well in Farm 15, but it's not for Farm 17. So this will probably be the last episode you will see this in, but I wanted to bring it to you guys just as a little fun something to do. So, okay, so see you in a bit. Alright, so here we are. The cattle is, well, the oxen is all put away. They're right down there. We're here at the dealership. Hey, look at those nice New Hollands. There's an old one in the middle, but it's looking in pretty darn good shape. Let's go ahead and park over here. Try to stay out of the way. Alright, so there's a few models we have to choose from. They have, for rent and lease, there's 3 John Deere tractors. One of them is an 8530. Well, let me show you in the catalog here. Hold on a second. Grab my tablet. Okay, there we go. There's 3 models to choose from that they offer for lease, rent, or if somebody would like to purchase one eventually. The first one is this John Deere like heavy-duty garden type tractor. Really good, and it offers a lot of options. It goes up to 152 horsepower, but I think it's going to be a little too small for the job that we have to do with it today. Let's see here. Let's look at the XER 7030 Premium. That goes up to a maximum of 209 horsepower, and it comes with the standard wheel-weighted and then rear twin wheels on that one. So really nice tractor. Probably would do the job very well, but being that we need some pretty heavy-duty pulling power, I don't want to spend the money and get it all the way up to the farm and find out that we're getting a lot of wheel slip and struggling to pull this out. So I don't think it's that much more money. We'll go with this 8530, maximum of 350 horsepower, and that also comes with standard wheel weights and twin wheels all around. So I think we're going to go for this one, and then we'll pick up the heavy-duty tow bar along with it, and we'll be good to go. Now, off story, I did a tutorial on how to change the engine sounds, so that's why you see the XER next to the names of this. I'll leave a link down in the description. So these mods, as far as me altering the engine sounds, are obviously not available to the public, but the mods themselves with their original motor sounds in them are available, and they'll be in my mods list on the forum. So if you're not a member of the forum, please go ahead and join, and you can have access to my mods list. And that's 3dudesgn. That's G as in George, N as in Nancy.com. 3dudesgn.com. As I said, I did an extensive tutorial on how you can change out the sounds of the motors, and I've included in my Google Docs the sound files that I used and a little script that you can add in, and I show you how to do that as well, so you can have the indoor engine sound to match. So it's all available for you to download in my Google Docs. All right, so let me go ahead and get into the office and get the paperwork signed, and I'll be right back at you. Woo, land negotia. A lot of paperwork for a couple hours rental. There she is. Now, here's the other one over here, the garden tractor. So there you go, front hydraulics, the roll bar with the beacon light, and those big old wide tires on there. Got a nice little Minion counterweight in there. I think one of the mechanics here, or maybe, you know what it is? It's a local farmer here. He has a Minion counterweight just like this. I think his name is Landy Kid, something like that. Seems like a really nice guy, neighborly and helpful. Let me go ahead and jump on in here. There we go. I'll take it slow and steady out this door. I don't want to rip nothing off. It's got satellite on top of everything. So we already got the counterweight tow bar thing up at the farm. They dropped that off for me when they came to pick up the old yellow truck. Let's pop over and have a quick look. Yep, it's all gone. Good news. All right. Get that all fixed up. So we already had somebody that saw it, and they were told the plans we have, what to do with it, that we're going to totally, overhaul it and get it running good and paint it up fresh. And they offered 15,000 pounds for it. That sounds like a more than fair price. So hopefully, they'll still want it when we're done, because they won't commit to anything until they see the final. There we go. Turn our hazard indicators off. Oh, I should have opened that other gate before I even came through here. So this gate we recently installed ourselves. We'll just go ahead and leave that open since we're in here. We won't be in here long. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and get this all hooked up, and I'll be right back with you. There we go. I think over here will be fine. Lower the ramps. There we are. I think that's far enough. I could probably get some, spray some ether in the carburetor there and get it running. All right, guys. Here goes nothing. Ah, that's the sound we want to hear. Now let's hurry up and get it loaded before it cuts off. Nice. Little seesaw action going on there. All right, looks good. And we'll take it slow and easy. So I think in these coming episodes, what you're going to wind up seeing is a little bit of farming. Well, yeah, a good portion of farming. But you're going to also see other stuff like this. We have a lot of stuff that we're going to be buying and selling and transporting. So you're going to see a fair bit of that as well, because that's all part of everyday farm life. And that's what I want to show you guys, is that it's not always about, you know, planting and cultivating and plowing. You know, there's other situations and other things that real life farmers get involved in. So I'd like to bring you my little versions of those. All right, so they said just park it around back here, and they'll pull it into the bay when they have a chance. I hope that's pretty soon, because we don't want any more damage that's already been done. There we go. So there's the bay there. So there is already another vehicle in there. So so long for now, Massachusetts. You'll be having your rightful name once again. Okay, so I can get this all folded up and sorted off cam. So I think at this point we'll call it finished. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And as always, you guys are just fantastic. I really do appreciate, and I'm very honored and flattered at all the wonderful, wonderful comments I've been getting on my videos. And I truly appreciate you all for taking time out of your lives to tune in and watch a little bit of Eustace Farmer. So thank you very much for that. Now, as far as that little Ursus goes, it is an Ursus tractor. I did do a little bit of a tinker, so I did put a Massey Ferguson Deluxe labeling down there. So I just did that for my own fun. But the traditional Ursus C360 is again on my mods list. It's available for download. It's not a problem. I just can't pass that one out because I did it just for my own personal fun, because I wanted an old Massey. And Simulate's Rusted Old edition of the 698 is not out yet. Hint, hint. So looking forward to that. But until then, I wanted something to represent an old Massey on this wonderful British farm. So that's what I did. All right, folks. So I hope you'll join me in the next episode. And until then, my friends, take great care of yourself, okay? And bye-bye for now.